Nice to meet you.
So my name is Yuval, and thank you so much again for participating in Behind the Glow and for doing this. Yeah, so you can just start by just tell us about where you're from, expertise, and where are you currently teaching.
Are you still there?
Yeah, you're like you froze for a second. Yeah.
Yes, I think we're back.
So would you repeat the question?
Yeah, of course. Yes, please.
So you can just start by tell us about yourself, like where you're from, what's your fitness expertise, and where are you currently teaching?
Okay, well, I'm from Amsterdam. I'm teaching now a lot of different classes. I started with teaching indoor cycling, so I think that might be my expertise since I'm doing it for the longest time now. But I'm also teaching rowing classes and HIIT sessions, so high intensity trainings. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And do you have like a story of what led you to be a trainer? Because like it seems like everyone has a story, like every what made them an instructor. And do you remember like a moment when you realized you wanted to be a trainer?
Yeah, I studied something completely different. I studied public administration, and I was obsessed with politics. So it was kind of my future. I was thinking about joining a political party. And then when, well, as a student, I joined a sorority and I drank a lot of beers. And after a few years, I felt really unhealthy. I gained some weight. So I started working out myself. And a friend of mine, she introduced me to this indoor cycling class, beach riding, rhythm cycling. And from the start, I was obsessed. I lost a lot of weight. I felt so much better about myself. And then after, I think, maybe 50, 60 classes, I was like, okay, I want to do the same thing. I want to be on that stage right there and give people the same feeling that I got from that class. So then I reached out and I applied for an audition. And, well, here I am being an indoor cycling instructor.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my story, yeah.
Great. And what are your favorite parts about the fitness industry and about being a trainer in general?
What I most love about my job is that I get to inspire and motivate people every single day. I think that's the best part of the whole job I have. And the fitness world itself, I think there is such a big variety of sports and things you can do. So yeah, I think that is the best part of it, that I truly believe that there is a sport or something for everyone to enjoy and to get your movement in.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are some of the main struggles you think fitness trainers face on their daily basis, and how do you think they can be solved?
Oh, that's a good question. I think one of the biggest problems, I'm working as a freelancer, and I think a lot of you're working a lot on your own, so there is not that much feedback, I think. So if you want to grow as an instructor, it's hard to get feedback in. I mean, you can talk to your customers, of course, and your clients, but I'm not sure if they will be always super honest as an instructor. So I think it's really important to get feedback from your colleagues. And I think, yeah, to solve that is to really ask them to join your class, and your expertise and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a very good answer. And speaking of struggles, lately with COVID and everything going on in the world, many trainers are forced to pivot or reinvent themselves. So how are you dealing with everything as a trainer, or how are you like pivoted?
Yeah, well, when the COVID virus tried it myself, but I thought it was really hard. It's just not the same. You don't get any feedback. You're talking into a camera, and I admire people that can do that kind of stuff. But for me, I did some trainings, his sessions.
Could you like repeat the last sentence you said, because you just froze and I couldn't hear you.
Until where did you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Yes, I think we're back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. So if you could.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people did online classes, and I went outdoors. So I did some park sessions. There are a lot of people that maybe like it better to have like this personal training kind of style, kind of way. I think a lot of people adjusted in that way, one-on-one groups and big classes.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So how do you think COVID will affect like in the years to come?
Well, I hope we can go back to where we were, but I'm not sure. We had, for example, in my spinning studio, the indoor cycling that I'm teaching, we had this room with this, now we have half of it. So we have like, I think we have 20 left. I just can't imagine we go back to 39 bikes anymore. I think people will go crazy if we even try. So I think COVID will affect the capacity of group classes. I think we will never go back to those big classes anymore. And I think people will rather do some small group trainings and personal trainings. I think they will feel better and safer about that. So yeah, I'm super curious to see how go back to the normal way.
Yeah. Next question is, what are some of the fitness trends and mentalities in your country? Because fitness brings us all together.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. So the question is, what are some of the fitness trends and mentalities in your country where you're based? Because like the fitness trends and mentalities can change from one country to another. So what's it like?
Yeah. I think it's quite different in the big and in the countryside. I do believe that people know that working out is really important. From a young age, we learn to cycle. I mean, cycling is a big part of our culture here. Same thing for swimming. We learn it when we are but I think the countryside has like more this traditional way of working out. So the gyms, and then here in Amsterdam, we have like this trend where boutique gyms are like really big. They're popping up everywhere. And slowly I can see that all those boutique gyms are expanding. So for example, a few of them that are now here in Amsterdam are also opening up one in Rotterdam, a really big city, and slowly it's expanding. I feel like those boutique gyms will slowly get in Holland.
Yeah, that's interesting. And what is the greatest piece of advice you can give other trainers from your experience? Did you hear me?
Sorry, no, I didn't hear you.
What is the greatest piece of advice you can give other trainers from your experience?
The biggest advice I can give is maybe to always step out of your comfort zone. That's the only way to grow. If it feels a little scary, then try it, because that will help you to improve your skills, to get a little better. I mean, that helped me. If I stayed in my comfort zone, I would never be here where I am right now. I was so freaking nervous about the whole instructor. But by stepping out of my comfort zone, I became one, and now doing so much more things than only those indoor cycling classes. So always try to push your limits a little out of the comfort zone to grow your expertise.
Yeah, absolutely. What is your favorite workout song? Like, I'm sure there are many, but like favorite one.
Oh, yeah. Different every single week. Crazy about right now. It's called Break and Sweat, I think. It's a remix from Zed. I played a lot of my high intensity classes, and every single time when a beat drops, I'm gonna run a little faster.
What is your favorite?
Are you still there? Yeah.
Would you repeat? Are you there?
Sorry, my connection. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. So what is your favorite?
Sorry, my.
Here, wait. Are you here? Can you hear me?
I can hear you again. Sorry, what was your last question?
So the question was, what is your favorite cheat meal?
Ooh, my favorite cheat meal. I really like as a cheat meal, and I think it's a really Dutch thing to do, is a sandwich with peanut butter and then some chocolate sprinkles on top of it. It's the best. You should try it.
Well, that's good. Who is one fitness trainer that inspired you?
There's Alvin Morris, I think, and he is an indoor cycling instructor in London at this company called Cycle, and he is amazing. I mean, I watch all his videos on such great energy. Yeah, that's my inspiration.
And the last question is, what is your motto as a trainer?
What? Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, so I said the last question is, what is your motto as a trainer?
Yeah, to just always getting a little better, but not, yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No worries. I said strive for perfection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. Okay, great.
Okay, nice.
Great. So thank you for interviewing. That was it for our interview. And yeah, I'll just contact you on Instagram to let you.
Yeah, thank you for reaching out. It was such a nice thing to do.
Yeah. So sorry for the connection problems or anything.
No problem.
Yeah.
That happens.
So I'll talk to you on Instagram to let you know when this will go up.
Are you still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Do you hear me?